Is Castro Valley a good place to live, and is it safe in 2025? Hey, it's Mac Rogers, local real estate broker here in the East Bay. And if you're watching this, I'm guessing you've typed one of those questions into Google or YouTube. That is Castro Valley a good place to live, or is Castro Valley safe? Well, you're not alone. These are actually some of the most searched questions when it comes to Castro Valley. And today, I'm breaking it all down. What is it like to live here? Safety, schools, cost of living. So let's start with the big one. Is Castro Valley a good place to live? Short answer, yes. Longer answer, that depends on what you're looking for. Here's the good. It's quiet and suburban, but not too boring. You've got great public schools. It's centrally located, close to Oakland, San Francisco, and Silicon Valley, thanks to freeway access, easy freeway access, and BART. It's family friendly, clean, and you actually see people walking their dogs, hiking Lake Chabot, and shopping at the farmers market on Saturdays. The flip side, if you're looking for nightlife or a ton of dining options, it might feel a little limited, especially if you're coming from the peninsula, Silicon Valley, or the city. I honestly can't even think of what passes for a nightlife around here. That's not a dig, it's just what it is. For dining options, again, if you're coming from the peninsula, Silicon Valley, or San Francisco, it's going to feel limited. But it has changed a lot since we moved here. There are definitely more options now. And if you're curious, follow me on Instagram. I go around Castro Valley featuring different spots that we go to. Now, when it comes to home prices, yeah, it is expensive. I mean, let's face it, this is still the Bay Area. But compared to, again, the city, the peninsula, or Silicon Valley, it might actually feel affordable. But if you're coming in from almost anywhere else in the country, forget about it. It's expensive and competitive as hell. Also, Castro Valley doesn't have that polished, planned community look that you see in places like Dublin, Pleasanton, or San Ramon. They still have that unincorporated rural feel. Now let's tackle the big question. Is Castro Valley safe? This is probably the most searched question on Google about the area, and I get why. If you're not familiar with the East Bay, safety can feel like a gamble depending on the city or even just the block of where you want to go. So here's the deal. Let me give you the numbers first. I'll compare every city that borders Castro Valley, then I'll share my own experience as a longtime resident. When it comes to crime data, I use two main sources, neighborhoodscout.com and crimegrade.org. What I like about these two is that they both offer a crime map so you can see exactly where the issues tend to happen. Check them out after the video. Neighborhood Scout doesn't give a letter grade but instead gives an index out of 100. 100 being very safe, 0 being the opposite. Castro Valley has an index of 16, meaning it's only safer than 16% of the cities in the US. That sounds low, but once you compare it to the surrounding areas, it actually stacks up okay. Only two neighboring cities rank higher in safety. San Ramon came in strong at 38, Dublin at 19. Castro Valley is tied with Pleasanton at 16. And Castro Valley is considered safer than San Lorenzo at 7, Union City at 5, Hayward at 3, San Leandro at 1, and Oakland at negative 5,675,000. Now, here's how crimegrade.org ranks it. And again, these sites use different methods, but both show a similar pattern. So compared to nearby cities like Oakland, San Leandro, and other East Bay neighbors, Castro Valley is generally safer. Most of the crime here tends to be property related, package thefts, car break-ins. Not a lot of violent crime, although if you ask me, crime is crime. Now let me give you my personal take, but before I do that, remember, this is just my experience, and like anything, your mileage may vary. In other words, what I've experienced depends on where I live, where I go, what I do. Someone else living in a different part of Castro Valley might feel completely different. Now, I don't fully understand how these indexes are calculated. 16 feels low, but when I look at the comparisons, it does seem in line. The only grade I truly question is Oakland's D-. That feels generous. I'd give Oakland a Z. As for my own experience, we've lived here for years. I've never had a package stolen, never had a catalytic converter taken. I walk my dog in the evenings, my kids have walked to school, and we've always felt safe. That being said, I've seen posts on Facebook or Nextdoor about things like mail theft or catalytic converter theft or package theft. So just like anywhere else, you should check out a neighborhood, drive through it at different times of the day and talk to people who actually live there. But overall, most people in Castro Valley will tell you they feel safe. And that says a lot. Now let's talk about cost of living. And I'm just gonna make this easy, okay? Castro Valley isn't cheap, but again, it depends on where you're coming from. If you're relocating from San Francisco, Palo Alto, you might feel like you're getting a deal. But if you're moving from out of state or even from Southern California like Orange County or LA, the prices here will feel steep. As of mid-2025, the median home price is hovering around $1.1 million. Rent for a decent 2-bedroom apartment will run you about $2,800 to $3,200 a month, depending on location and condition. Groceries, gas, and the overall living expenses are what you would expect in the Bay Area. High, but not outrageous by local standards. The trade-off is that you're getting space, a yard, decent schools, and a quiet neighborhood within commuting distance to the 3 major job markets. Now let's talk about who actually lives in Castro Valley. There's a pretty diverse mix of people here. You've got healthcare professionals working at Eden Hospital, tech commuters heading to the city or the South Bay, multi-generational families that have been here for decades, and young families who moved here for the schools and the sense of community. It's also one of the more diverse towns in Alameda County. Demographics shift slightly every year, but you'll find a strong mix of Caucasian, Asian, Latino, and Black residents. You see that diversity reflected in the schools, restaurants, and community events. It's the kind of place where kids from all different backgrounds grow up together, and a lot of people really value that. So what is Castro Valley known for? Honestly, it's not flashy. You're not going to find huge tech campuses, any major shopping centers, or nightlife or hotspots. But what you do get is a low-key, tight-knit community with some real charm. Lake Chabot is a big draw. People hike there, fish, picnic. It's a great place to unplug for a bit. There's also a growing small business scene along Castro Valley Boulevard with new coffee shops, bakeries, restaurants popping up. The marketplace is one place to go to. We've also got seasonal events like the Fall Festival, car shows, and holiday parades. They're not massive, but they bring the community together, and there's something nice about that. So let's bring this back to the original question. Is Castro Valley a good place to live? If you're looking for a quiet, family-friendly, centrally located town with a strong sense of community, yes, absolutely. Is it perfect? No. Is it right for everyone? Again, no. But if you're looking for somewhere safe, accessible, and down-to-earth in the Bay Area, Castro Valley should be on your list. And is it safe? Compared to nearby cities, yes. Most of the issues here are property related and most residents feel safe. Still, do your own homework. Every street is different. And if you're thinking of buying, selling, or just exploring your options here, call, text, email, or DM me anytime.